Okay, here we go. For this lesson, or after this lesson, I want you to be able to determine the slope and the intercepts of a line given a table. I'm going over several different things to do with tables and equations and graph lines and how they relate to each other. So here we're taking a table and we're finding the slope and the intercepts, particularly the y-intercept. And again, if we know how to do that, then we can very easily write the equation in the y equals mx plus b or slope-intercept form. So we've defined slope as many different things. It's the steepness or shallowness, I suppose, of the line. It's the m in y equals mx plus b. We've also heard it, you've heard it said rise over run. And for this portion, I want you to know that slope is the change in y over the change in x, okay? For those of you who like to be fancy, this triangle symbol is the Greek symbol delta, and it stands for change. Might also hear it, the difference of y then, over the difference of x. Okay, this is rise or run. So let's look at some tables and let's see if we can make some inferences from the tables. Well, the x and the y intercept. We know that for the x intercept, we have the coordinates something, comma something, that's x, comma y, and so for the x-intercept, x is usually a number, and the y is 0. For the x-intercept, the y is 0. And for the y-intercept, the x is 0, 0, comma something. So if we have a table, and the table already has a 0 for x, well, our x-intercept, it already has a 0, okay. Let me back up. We have a table. There's already a 0 for the x. Okay. We know then that this and this is the y-intercept. When x is 0, it crosses the y-axis at 4. So that is the y-intercept. Again, x is 0, y is 4. It's where it crosses the y-axis. Is at 0, 4. The x-intercept then is where y is 0. So here we see when y is 0, x is -2. Very easy to find our x and y intercept. Now, even with just these two pieces of information, we can graph our line because all we need to graph a line is 2 points, then we connect the dots. Okay, but I want to show you one more thing with this table here. We can see that on the x, every time x changes or goes up, we are doing what each time? What's the difference between here and here, and here and here, and here and here? Okay, we are adding 1. As x moves up, we're adding 1 each time. What's happening with our y? Well, our y is adding 2 each time. Oops. So as x increases by 1, y increases by 2. The change in y is 2. Okay? The change in y is 2. 2 each time. The change in x is 1. So our slope is 2 over 1, or simply 2. Again, by the way, right? Well, I'm going to show this again in a future lesson, but y equals mx plus b, well, this equation would be y equals 2x plus 4. That's a bonus for you. Okay, I want to, again, that's just so you know that, but I'm going to go over that again in a future lesson, maybe with a few more examples. Let's look at the next table. -6, -3, 0, 3, 6, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Our x-intercept, okay, is where y is 0, so it crosses, when y is 0, it crosses at the x at 6. Our y-intercept is where x is 0. So when x is 0, y is 4. That will be our y-intercept. Now we'll do the change. Well, what's the change up here? And you can see it's being plus 3 each time. The change in y is negative 2 each time. So delta y, or change in y, over delta x, or change in x, is going to be negative 2 over 3. And that is our slope for the line that this table represents. Okay? And last but not least, okay, here we don't have, let's see, we got the x-intercept. Okay, that's going to be 2, 0. And we don't have the y-intercept. We do know that the y-intercept is where x is 0. It's 0 comma something. X comma y. 0 comma something. We don't know what where there's no 0 for x in this table. But we can figure out what it is rather easily. We can see that this is where x equals negative 2, and this is where x equals positive 2. So halfway between negative 2 and positive 2 is going to be what? 0, right? Okay, when x is negative 2, y is 1. When x is 2, y is 0. Okay, so if x is 0, halfway between these two, and then it would make sense that halfway between these two would be our y-intercept. So we can figure that out. Hopefully you can too, that if x is 0, y is going to be 1/2. Okay? Now, what's the change? Well, the change in y each time, it's doing what? -1. Okay? Change in x, what's happening each time? We're adding 4. So our slope is going to be change in y over change in x, negative 1/4. Again, I know that's a lot of information all thrown at you at once, and some of the things that I say I don't always write it down, but you have the ability to rewind and rewatch and pause, and so I hope you do, and so I hope you are able to, when given a table then, find what the slope and the intercepts, particularly the y-intercept is, given the information on the table. As always, thank you for watching.